Not me. Hey, we're back again, and it's Dawn and Mindy
and two girls and their
Their
alcohol.
alcohol.
Our next guest, I just love him. I had the pleasure of talking to him the other day, and he is the sweetest guy. His name's Espada, and he is an artist, an author, a toy designer. He's a musician, plays bass. He was formerly from Kiss Nation, and now he has a new band out called Kiss It. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce Loss.
Hang on one second.
Hello.
Hey, there he
There's
is.
everybody. Hey, how
There's
you guys?
the man of the hour, Loss.
I
Hello
try. How you
there.
doing? I'm doing
How
great.
are
How are
you?
you? How are you young
Good.
ladies
Doing
doing
great.
today? Excellent.
Now that we got this all established now.
Yeah, now you can hear us now, right?
I can hear you guys perfectly. I know
I
Steve
can
was
hear you.
having a little bit of issue. I was watching the show.
Well,
But
no, we're
here's-
so used to the podcast live. We've been doing it since November. So now we're on, with this whole YouTube thing, which I love, but there's a lot you have to involve. So we're trying to
Yes.
situate everything,
Yeah, it's
So
like
here we are.
positioning, sitting positions, background positions, talking
Right.
stuff.
And my
It's a lot
cat
of
just
stuff.
banged into it and
Yeah,
made the
the
whole
cat
set.
is, see, we have, as you can see, we have Kiss back here.
Yes,
So the
I know
cat
that
kind of
handsome
like
man.
disturbed the setting of it, and I'm like in, I'm out, I don't know. But you're in it, and that's all that matters.
It's almost like when Kramer had the Merv Griffin show.
Oh, yeah.
set up. Yeah.
That's us. So, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you ladies doing today?
I'm great. I told Mindy that I had the pleasure of speaking to you prior to this interview on Sunday. We had a nice conversation. And boy, do you have a lot of things going on. So let's start off. Tell us. So first, you're an artist, children's books, right?
Children's books. I'm an artist and author, musician, former pro wrestler, and I have done some public speaking as well. So, and I'm not done yet. I'm sure there's more stuff: film, making movies, opening restaurants, all that fun stuff. I'm sure there's plenty more on the plate.
And how about so let's take your books for instance. You write children's books. I was reading a little bit about it. They're very interesting. You have tell us about some of your books that you've written.
We have Rock and Roll Brat, which is this young lady right here.
Oh yeah, so cute.
She's so cute.
That's Mindy.
This is the first.
That's Mindy.
This is the first lady of the Los Espada Enterprise. Rock and Roll Brat is a book that I came up with to teach kids to use the power of their imagination. So the first book dives into these four kids, kind of odd looking children, and they get together and they form a little band and they do their first rock concert all through the power of their imagination. Because when you get to the end of the book, the screaming crowd is really just toys sitting on the flour. So it's not really.
I was reading a little bit about it. And then you also, so you're an author with the children's books.
Yes.
And then also you're a toy designer.
Yes, I worked for Art Asylum Toys, Diamond Select, and Mattel Toys as well. I've worked on everything from Kiss to Ozzy Osbourne, Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, all that fun stuff. All the stuff I grew up loving, so I got to work on them and actually have phone calls with the gentleman behind you there when we worked on the Kiss toy line.
That's really cool. Yep. So getting to that, so you're a bass player. So you're formerly from Kiss Nation, because we know some of your friends, Joey Quesada, and so tell us a little bit about that when you get your new band.
Kiss Nation, we were the band that broke all the rules, which I loved. We did everything that everyone said couldn't be done, and we went and we became so popular that Kiss called upon us to work with them on several promotional events, and we even had a VH1 documentary filmed about us. It was a spectacular time. Yeah, it was a spectacular time. It was a great time. Then after a while, I left the Kiss thing for a little while to do the original music, and I'm still doing that as well. But now that I'm here in Orlando, Florida, I put together a new Kiss band called Kiss It, and we're going to do things that no other Kiss band is doing. So we'll leave it at that, because there's a lot of things that are going to be unfolded and unpacked.
Yeah, I'm excited about
September, October. Yeah, it's going to be very different. It's going to be bombastic, fantastic, amazing set list. I mean, we're taking it to a place that I don't think
anybody's
new
level,
really
right?
taking it. That's how if you can't go big, go home. So yeah,
that's what I always say.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about your new Kiss band called Kiss It, and I'm hoping you're coming to Philly. Although Mindy and I are known to planes, trains, and automobiles. So we
Yes,
travel for
I've seen you
bands.
Yeah, we
guys.
make
Well, certain
travel.
bands,
Yeah.
certain bands. So we'll definitely do it for you.
Well, we'll
We'll
make
check
sure
out
Joey
the band.
Casada. We make sure Joey Casada comes, and then you guys can.
No, it's Joey
Casada.
Casada.
Yeah. That's great. That's how now. Next time I talk to him, I'm gonna do exactly that. He's gonna know exactly where it came from.
Well, it's funny you say that because when we go out with him, or I mean, like when we're at his shows or something, or even if we're out, they'll be like, "Wait, you're the girls that go Joey Casada," and I don't even know how we started that because honestly, Chris Jericho started like a little bit of it, but we took it to a whole new level. And when we say it, everybody's like, "Yeah, Joey Casada," and
Well, he's gonna
everybody
hear
like
from me
kind of
that
picked
way,
up on it. I don't know.
Well,
So
that's
now
gonna
Joey
he's stuck with it
Casada is
now.
famous for Joey Casada. Although we have to give Joey Casada a plug because he named us. Because before we were just called the Dawn and Mindy Show. And then he's like, you know what? You girls should be called Two Girls and Their Alcohol. So, you know,
Fitting.
now we named him Joey Casada. And
Now you gotta
named
get
Two Girls
shirts
and
that say
Alcohol.
Joey Casada. You gotta get shirts that say that.
No, I'm
Make sure it goes all the way to the end of the shirt, like Joey.
I know
Casada.
Joey.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Joey Casada? No, I'm gonna check out. I love the rock and roll brats. They're so cute.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
I know what? I'm gonna get some T-shirts. Like I love, because it reminds me of me and you, like the little
Yeah.
rock and roll brats, right?
They're awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. I love. I mean, I'm working on book 2 now for that character, so that should be out in October.
And your family's pro wrestlers. Your mom, your dad. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I've been born and raised in the entertainment industry. You know, my mother, my father, my uncle were all pro wrestlers. They all wore a mask. Actually, that's my dad's mask right there. And you know, my whole life was just kind of in a circus, if you will. You know, every time wrestlers would come and stay in New York, there would be a mountain of people sleeping in the living room of our house, and you're stepping over these, you know, a fat guy, a little guy, a short guy, and you know, it's kind of so. But I grew up doing it. I got into the ring for about 3 or 4 years. Neck injury, no more. So now I'm just taking all my love for wrestling, and I interject that in my projects as well.
I love it. And so, what else? You also have a nonprofit organization. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yes, absolutely. We're looking to do our first event here in Orlando, hopefully around Halloween weekend, and that's Wrestling with Literacy. So the idea behind Wrestling with Literacy is we're gonna bring a famous wrestler to the inner city kids, and they'll do a story time. They get to meet. They had a meet and greet, and then they get a book and a throw blanket. So it's just to spread literacy throughout the inner cities and giving back to where I came from.
And where is that? You're from New York. I can
From New
hear
York,
obviously your accent.
Spanish Harlem, born and raised, and then I spent some time in Queens as well, in Jamaica Avenue. So went from one hood to the other, which was hilarious because I always thought
He said he went from one hood to the other.
well, because I thought living in the hood meant you lived in projects, and then when I went to Queens, it was all little houses. I'm like, these people got houses. How are they living in the hood? But obviously, it's possible. So you learn something new every day. But you know, that gave me the tools to do what I do, and always want to give back and help those less
You are
fortunate.
always giving back, and I have to say, I always tell Mindy, I look forward to the morning. He always comes on with you have the man,
My
is
dad's
that your
wrestling
dad's,
mask.
right?
Yeah, that's
Your
my
dad's wrestling mask.
Yeah.
And I love it because you're always so positive. And
Thank you,
every
thank you.
morning, you know, I'm always on your Instagram in the morning. I'm my coffee, and I love you're always so inspirational, and it gets my day going because you're motivating. And a lot of
Thank
people
you. That
need
means a
that.
lot.
And that's
Thank
why
you. That
Mindy
means
and
a
I
lot
did
to
the
me.
podcast because we, you know, during COVID, you know, we talked about this. People had depression, people had a lot of problems, and one day we're like sitting here. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to talk about music and drinks and nothing, just fun, right?
Well, it's right. Well, because you know, and as soon as you open your eyes, if you turn on the news, you're getting hit with negativity. Half the time, it's people complaining on Facebook, and there's just a lot of it's like opening your eyes and like I said, having like a million people just chattering in your room at one time. You know, you can't relax your mind. So I think, you know, negativity is very loud. It's loud and it's aggressive, and you can go on Facebook and go, I hate my job, and 500 people will go, yeah, F that job.
That's
and blah,
true.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you go, hey, I got a promotion today, and 3 people will go, all right. So,
Yeah.
we have to learn to make the positivity, or at least goodwill, a little louder than the negativity, and it will win eventually. It's now everybody's angst, and I think between the COVID and the pandemic, it was like a marathon, and everybody's running. Now everybody's kind of getting exhausted. So the fatigue is finally, hopefully, anticipating.
That's why we took up alcohol. Right? 2 girls in
I took up coffee drinking. I think I stepped it up.
I do the coffee in the morning, but then
like
the alcohol.
Yeah,
well,
I was up
you
to
have
like 3
touched
pots
a lot of lives because
thank you so much.
Steve Prestop, that was on before you, the real Psycho Steve, he said hello.
Yes, love him.
And he spoke very
Love that
highly
guy.
of you. And when I told Joey that we were having you on, he said you were the best. So you must touch a lot of lives. So that's a good thing.
I pay them in advance to say that, but no,
how much you pay them? No,
IOUs. No, but and I say, but no, it's great when you can meet people and you get along with folks, and then we had, with Joey and that lineup of Kiss Nation, we were really a band of brothers. Like, we got along, we went to dinner together, we beat the hell out of each other after shows. We teased each other. I mean, it never ended. And
they're good about ball busting. I know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would. I'm a little. I think I told Joey this. I said, man, we should have been filming this stuff, because Impractical Jokers is basically what Kiss Nation did. Every time we were on the road, we would just dare each other to do these stupid things, and nothing harmful or crazy, but we would do like silly things. Like, we had one time we made Paulie go ask for a piece of cake without asking. He had to go walk to the person. They had to offer him the cake. He couldn't ask for the cake, and he actually did it. But those are the things we did to each other. And
you guys are quite the jokesters, huh?
Yeah, it kept the morale up, though. Their laughter and all that, it really helps a lot. So you become your surroundings.
I love Kiss Nation. Mindy and I love Kiss, obviously. Your backdrop here. Well, we're really looking forward to checking out Kiss It. And can you give us a little bit, like, who's in your band, or is it a secret, or is it?
No, actually, yeah.
Jerry. Oh yeah, Mindy, tell him.
She knows Jerry DeMaio. She knows Jerry D. Yeah, we had this conversation. Robin Reed is actually the son of the bass player from the Trashmen, who wrote the song "The Bird." Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. That's so he cool. So he comes from that lineage. Amazing drummer, phenomenal drummer. Mike Paradisi is Paul Stanley. Brand new to the scene, all the guys I haven't sent. And this kind of reminds me of when Kiss Nation was together. It's 4 brothers. We get along together. We have a bunch of laughs and eat pizza and stuff like that. All that good stuff. And
I hope you're coming to Philly.
We may. I mean, I know I still have a lot of promoters I know from my time in New York, so I know we'll be able to.
We'll go to New York. We're good.
And,
I like the cutting room.
Cutting room is good. Arlene's always was great to us.
Yeah.
Arlene's Groceries always gave us the best of the best. When I had Revolt, my original band, and when we had Kiss Nation, I think we did our second show as Kiss Nation in Arlene's. We did classic album night. We did the whole Alive album.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see Kiss It.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, wait till you guys see what.
I'm excited. Well, you've been working hard, so. You have a lot of different Instagrams. So if anybody wants to check you out, tell the fans about your Instagram.
The best one to go to is Los Espada 73.
Okay, that's when I get it.
Right, and there's a link tree there that'll take you to. I mean, if you have a whole day to waste on all the links that are actually on on the link tree, but all that stuff's on there. Kiss It, the books, the Amazon page, the author page, my YouTube page where I have all my interviews and stuff on there as well. So all that stuff, once you hit that link tree, you'll go down the rabbit hole. I promise you.
We definitely will. Well, we want to thank you. You helped us out. We love you. You're a great person.
Thank you.
We'll check you out. We're gonna look for your new band, Kiss It, and you're always welcome on our show. And we want to thank you for coming
very much. Awesome. Yep. So hopefully if we play Philly, you guys can do a live feed from there, from backstage of the show. That'd be awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we love, of course, that's our thing.
Yeah.
That's what we're used to. We're used to the live. We do a lot of live, and
it's fun. Well, it's fun and it's spontaneous, so you always you never know what you're gonna get.
That's right. You never know what you're gonna get with us. That's for sure.
She's just drinking.
Especially if there's drinking involved. She's right. Yeah, you never know what we're going to be about. All right, Loss. Take care of yourself, and
Thank
we'll,
you.
check
Thank you
back
so
with you.
much. Tell Jerry.
Love
I
and
said hi,
unity.
too.
Thank you. Thank you. I will.
Peace.
Love and unity.